Here's a quick look at the trades through the eyes of EminiDayTrader for Monday, August the 17th, 2009. Well, the follow-through that we were expecting, higher, obviously did not happen. But at least we had the heads up for that and instead traded on the short side today. And the way, obviously, that we had the heads up was taking a look at the overnight action. What we're looking at, of course, here are our profiles. This is from the overnight session. And this is the RTH, or regular trading hours, from today. So we closed here on Friday way up here and basically opened there in the overnight session. But as you can see, it quickly sold off to quite a large degree and took out the previous day's low and opened way down here. So a very negative open, as you can see, and then of course the market mostly traded lower for the rest of the day. So and we'll take a look at our software here for a moment in the trades that we made, but this was somewhat, the sell-off was certainly unexpected from my standpoint. Go after the market had closed on Friday, and then taking a look at it Sunday evening and seeing that it was really starting to sell off, in a pretty good way. Realized that once it took out Friday's low, the tide had shifted, and definitely have a preference for the short side. So this is, we like to take a look at these profiles, both the RTH, regular trading hours, as well as the overnight session, to get a sense of the intraday or day-to-day auction process. We also, of course, take a look at the individual one-day profiles. Now, each one of these is a 1 day of the regular trading hours. It's the lettered market profile, and the volume profile is in the background, sort of overlaying underneath the letters. And so we had an area of potential support at 975. The market did get down there, actually came within a tick of it. So as long as that's holding, then that's sort of a good barrier. If it can hold below that, that's obviously very bearish, and we'd be looking for another leg down. However, if the market can hold today's low overnight and not exceed it tomorrow, then we're probably due for a bounce. And then, of course, we're looking at today's high as a barrier in around the 985 area. So it's really, today was kind of an unusual day in the sense that the overnight session had a 25-point range, and today's regular trading hours was only a 7 or 8-point range. So unusual for the RTH to be 1/3 of the overnight Globex, but that's how it happened today. So even though we had seller control today, the lack of the sellers to push it significantly lower, I think, is somewhat important and needs to be looked at. Although I can also see today's low being tested, and if more selling should come in and hold the market below 75, then of course that's something else for us to take a look at. The fact that yesterday we rallied right up to that 1006 too was kind of an interesting number, because we had been looking at that 1006 for some time. So the fact that it couldn't hold above that after that big rally and then just started to sell off was somewhat significant going into the overnight session, then of course going into the 9:30 Eastern Time open today. So that's really how we're looking at the market, and can really go either way. I mean, it's just, when we have a profile that's like this, it's either the end of this sell-off or it's the beginning of more to come, and it's really I really can't tell at this point. That's why I'm looking to see. The one thing I do really think is likely to happen is to test today's low. If today's low does not get tested and exceeded either in the overnight session or tomorrow morning, then we're going to probably have a bounce. But I do expect it to get tested. And then the next question is to say, well, does it hold below 75? And if it does, that's obviously very bearish. So that's really how we're looking at the market right now. As far as our individual trades were concerned today, we had a couple of really nice trades early. The market had bounced up here and got us short right in here, and then a second time got us another short right in here. So we had a couple of nice short trades here, both nicely profitable. Our filter was mostly negative or neutral for the rest of the day. So we did have one little glitch in our beta testing of our filter today. and so we did have a long trade that ended up by being break even, but it was actually a neutral day, or neutral filter for the rest of the day. So that was really the only trades that we had were the early trades. And so really that very quiet day, just an 8-point range, and we'll look to see if the market can muster up a little bit better range tomorrow. So that's a quick look at the market through the eyes of EminiDayTrader. If you got any questions or comments, go ahead and give us a call, or send us an email at info@eminidaytrader.com. That'll be it for Monday, August the 17th, 2009.